and welcome back to the finishing line and our Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post video episode number 5. Tom is back and he has 2 for today. But before we get into all this rigmarole of putting up another selection, Dave has something he needs to get off his chest.
I just think some of the selections that some of them are coming out in some of the videos are absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I mean
all videos.
No. And
unbelievable.
I don't mind if some of the things mine are ridiculous. They probably do, and they probably are. But like the one that's come out this week, all week, from about 7 million videos on Ante-Post videos, is Buzz for the Stayers Hurdle, the Nicky Henderson.
Buzz?
Yeah, Buzz. B-U-Z-Z.
I think that one is Cesarewicz.
The handicapper. And he won the Cesarewicz for the Stayers Hurdle. Because he needs to go up and trip according to Nicky Henderson. Well, that's grand. He needs to go up and trip. And because he came second to Abracadabra Kazoom.
Abracadabra Alakazoom.
In entry.
That's not the share home about.
I think he's 20 to 1 and like people are like he's a good price. He's not like.
Do you know what I don't get as well? People go for these big mental prices to go, oh, he's 50 to 1. He's value. Value for what? Coming fucking last.
That was another point, right? This year especially, the prices are fairly poor. And I think that's because of the way it went last year. And there wasn't a whole lot of racing. And people are looking for bets and Ante-Post bets. And we done videos going through lockdown. And I think that is part of it. And I think a lot of people had like bets on Bob Ollinger and so on, and Monkfish and so on and so forth last year, and the bookies got hammered. Mm-hmm. So the prices are fairly poor this year. I will full on say that. And as soon as a horse is backed or a target is mentioned, they get slashed. Like some of the horses that are like favorites for the races are poor, like considering that they might not have ran over fences or so on and so forth. Like a Honeysuckle, she's a champion, she's going to be short, but like she's the price she should be. Yeah. But like some of the other ones are not. I'll give you
a prime example. Journey with Me. He hasn't jumped a hurdle yet.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that he won the same race Bob won.
Yeah.
And the amount they paid for him, he's near favourite in all the races he's in.
I see, like what you were saying about like random 50 to 1 shots, that a horse that won a bumper around Hereford and so on and so forth, just looking for an angle is outrageous too. Sometimes the obvious is just the obvious, and if you go past the obvious, it just gets a bit silly. But the Buzz horse being the buzz of the buzz about the Buzz horse,
he's the Buzz horse. He's the Buzz horse of the week.
I honestly don't get that one. But the prices are being hammered. Like a Clack de Rio was 50 to 1 last Saturday, and now he's like 20 to 1 in some places for the Gold Cup for winning a race around Wexford, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, it's the same thing happened in though when he won it last year. But in that regard, sometimes you can, in races like that, when you properly go through the Gold Cup, there is 4 or 5 after Indo A Plus Tard that you can take out, and you can 90% be sure, 95% sure that they're not going to turn up at the Gold Cup. You know, all being well, Eclair, the Ree is going to go to the Gold Cup. You can see that way, but 20 to 1 after winning a race, I know, around Wexford is ridiculous. And it's the same with the thing. Look, we're going to get slated for saying this again, but it's the thing with the English horses. They win a race. Huh?
They're shit.
True. And they try blow him up like they're the second coming. They just, like, if the English horses were a lot better than the Irish horses, do you think we'd be putting up Irish horses just for the sake of putting up Irish horses? No, we wouldn't. Not in a million years. This is about finding the winners, not about patriotism or whatever. It just happens to be that Irish horses are a hell of a lot better than the English horses right now. That will change. Well, it's not going to change anytime soon, but it might change down the line. So this shit that we don't like English horses is bullshit. We just look at better horses. Irish horses happen to be better than the English ones. Get over it.
Run Wild Fred is another one. I honestly can't understand why people are still putting up that horse. That was the other one that I seen a few people put up. And I just cannot.
King wears blinkers. She cannot tie a hood.
cannot for the life of me understand it.
His like last year, yes, fair enough. His mark was down. He had it. Everything else. The what's the word I'm looking for?
The race to win was the one that he threw away in the Irish Grand National. Like.
He had the potential to be a lot better than this mark. He won. Did he win the Triestes?
No, that was Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach.
He was second in that.
Triestes.
Yeah.
He should. He won. Did he win a race after that?
I don't think he's won a race over fences. No.
In the national. His mark was gone. His mark was gone. Forget about it.
I don't understand that.
I don't. Anyway, any more?
I just know. The Ante-Post betting is just poor, but some of the selections are just fucking ridiculous.
Folks. Anyway,
someone keeps banging on about Mom Morale as well.
Mom Morale. What about?
Hasn't Nichols already said his target?
I was talking about you.
Yeah, he's one of my Ante-Post horses.
I know he is.
Not for Cheltenham. He was in the Ante-Post video, but not for Cheltenham. No, I'm mad about him, but he's a project horse for a few years' time. They'll take it handy with him and look after him this year.
He's trained by Paul Nichols. No, he won't.
He will. He'll
run every month. That's being generous.
Wow.
Second he's fit, boom, off you go. Let's get him in for us. Marco's in. He's running great at races, Paul. I don't care. Anyway, sorry. You have me going now.
Yeah.
Just checking Twitter actually for an update on one of my Ante-Post selections. Latest tweet from Tony Mullins about Princess Zoe says she can't wait for another crack at Trushan, which was on the 18th.
Oh, and another thing. This is totally off subject altogether. What in the name of God are they thinking? Keeping Stradivarius in training.
Loads of people are happy about that. I was hoping you'd look, just let him have sex, for God's sake. Let's just be honest about it now. Yeah. The horse just wants to do that now.
I don't get why if they want to have a
he deserves it.
That's my thing. He deserves a happy retirement. Yeah. You're not getting any younger. It's clear as day you're getting slower. I know the division isn't the strongest, but send him that way to a lovely filly and let him have his way with her. He deserves it.
He does.
He's a dude.
Yeah, he really does. Like
I saw a lot of talk about that, and them saying like, you know, he hasn't gone to National Hunt to be a National Hunt stallion, and they're like, oh, he's not a big horse. He's never really struck me as being a small horse now, or like a ratty little thing. I think he's absolutely fine.
Mickey just needs to be big, that's all.
I don't know. I don't understand it anyway.
No, I was shocked by that. Also, Manila Indo, Jack Kennedy keeps the ride. We didn't discuss that in the other video, but I suppose they're trying to look down the road to, does a Plutard get to the Gold Cup, and what would Rachel ride again? But yeah, surprised me they didn't put Rachel on, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised now they haven't. But I think come Gold Cup day, I'd still think she'd pick a Plutard. Because if she got off him and he ended up winning, she'd never forgive herself.
Well, she's definitely going to ride it now anyway, isn't she?
Yeah, she's no choice in that.
Tom knows the race that Plutard's going to win this season anyway. We'll be on Tom, won't we?
Betfair.
No.
I'm actually putting a horse up that will he run?
Right, let's get down to Cheltenham Festival.
Will I go? Who's going first?
He's two, so let him go.
Okay.
Okay, my first one. This is pretty self-explanatory. I put him up in my. I put him up as one of my novice hurdlers to follow. And he's running tomorrow, and he's 1-3. So I want to get him in the book because I think
he's robbing him on you.
It's yours. Yes. Yes. That's what you get for putting up Envoy Allen.
He don't even like you, that horse. The only person he liked was me.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this horse
with him.
We bonded.
He did. He really bonded.
He wouldn't even look at anybody else.
He's a big grey machine, Dave. It's Gilly Billy. Runs tomorrow at Clonmel. If Clonmel is on, it's that wet here. Yeah, look, it's pretty self-explanatory that he's 1-3 tomorrow. He's 14-1 to win any race, and that's the route I'm going because he's starting off over 2 miles tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me if he wanted further, but then we all thought that about Appreciate It, didn't we? So look, I think get him in there. 14s isn't a bad price. He's only as big as 25 to win the Albert Bartlett, I think it is. I think he'll go and win tomorrow. He's a lovely, lovely big horse, and they seem to be pretty keen on him in the Cheltenham preview, in the season preview, the Cheveley Park season preview that they did. Their racing manager, I think Chris Thompson, I think is that his name, or is that the owner? I can't remember now. But they seemed pretty sweet on him. So hopefully he works out well.
Love Gilly Billy.
You going to put up him?
No, not going to put him up. I won't steal him on Tom. But I reckon they do think he's very good. I know it's probably a bog standard maiden hurdle tomorrow he's running it, but Henry Stable's not in the best form and he's 1-3 on, so I think that kind of shows.
He should just win that tomorrow.
Yeah. I have 2 Gordo, big Gordo. 2, but I'm going to put up one. I was humming and hawing which one to put up.
You are a big Gordo fanboy now.
I mentioned them on Sunday in the live show. That's the one I'm going to put up. It's around 20-1 for the National Hunt Chase, and it's the Boss's Oscar. Form at Cheltenham is...
You just stopped on his one.
I'm sorry. In two videos, you put up Envoy Allen and the Boss's Oscar.
It has to be the tablets, Tom. It has to be the tablets.
His form at Cheltenham, again, I was rudely interrupted, is 5th in the Martin Pipe when he was hampered. And then 2nd last year in the Pertemps hurdle.
Oh.
I think he's getting a fine introductory. How do I make this not so bad?
He's getting bobbed around again.
Yeah, he's getting bobbed around. In the two chase, he got bobbed around. Tom said it, so I'm not going to get given out to know. 2nd, 3rd, I'd say he'll have another 2 or 3 introductory chases. And then he will go and win the National Hunt Chase. Slow as tar as well. Exactly what you need. And Jamie Codd will be on him.
What's going on with you?
He's changed.
He's a changed man, isn't he? Yeah. I don't like it.
Do you know what's favourite? The reason he put that up for the National Hunt Chase, Andrew, Run Wild Fred is favourite.
It's true.
that he definitely beat him.
Anyhow.
That's what Jamie Codd ride anyway, Run Wild Fred. So I don't know who ride the Boss's Oscar.
So I'm going for the same race as you, National Hunt Chase.
Run Wild Fred.
Run Wild Fred is not the one I'm picking. Tom's face dropped a little there when I started saying it. The one I'm going for is the Mouse Mars trained Gentleman's Game. This thing is just a chaser out and out. I just don't think he has the class for an RSA. Look, I don't think he'll get anywhere near a Galopin Des Champs. I think Galopin Des Champs had this one already and he hasn't even jumped the fence yet. But look, he's good hurdles form. He was last seen when a second actually behind Galopin Des Champs at Punchestown Festival, staying on well. He was beaten 12 lengths in the end. He also has form behind. He was in front of Statler, Vanilla, and Telling Me Something Girl that day as well. 3rd in a grade 2 over 2 mile 4. 5 lengths behind Galliard de Mezzanil in a grade 1 at the Dublin Racing Festival. Has that touch of class about him, but I think he's just an absolute, as Dave used to call Envoy Allen, a 3 mile plotter. Well, a 3.6 furlong plotter. I think he'll improve a lot for a fence. I was going to put him up for the RSA, but I have Galopin in that already, and I think I'm not going anywhere near that. I just think he's that strong in that one. So, Gentleman's Game at 12-1. I think he'll improve a lot throughout the season, and I think this could be his main target. Mouse Mars is very good at getting one ready for a main target at the festival. So I think 12-14-1 is a decent price when you have that Run Wild Fred at the top of the market. So he is my 5th pick, Gentleman's Game, for the National Hunt Chase. Tom, your second one.
My second one, you're going to love this. You are going to love this. Another horse that runs this weekend.
He always says this, and we never do.
Another horse that is about 1 to 3, and we got to get Envoy Allen.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what's going on?
If you say for the Gold Cup, I'm leaving.
Bye, Dave.
Dave, you're going to love this, right? Because I'm not saying him for the Gold Cup, but I am being a bit cheeky here, and I'm covering all bases. Because I reckon there's half a chance that this horse could fill another little gap for the owners, especially in the champion chase.
Oh,
no, in the champion chase. Although that is interesting, Andrew, actually. Champion hurdle.
Oh, God. What have I done?
Why don't you just back him for any race?
Because he's very short. I can't remember now what price he was, but I saw it earlier and it was silly. It was a silly price. Because you've got that
silly Billy. Like, no,
that was
terrible. Keep going.
Awful.
Gilly Billy.
That was nearly as bad as your. What was the other one you done before?
Dublin.
Dublin.
Anyway,
I think there's a look. It's a small chance, but there's a small chance he ends up in the champion chase. I think he could go for that 2-mile race at Leopardstown, Dave. That a Plutard beat Shack and Pasquale.
A blue blah.
Show you the friends there. What the fuck was that?
It's getting very late, lads. I haven't had dinner yet.
A blue blah.
I'm more worried about it.
Two telefruit. Oh, fuck.
Litunimi.
So, I think there's a small chance that he could end up in the champion chase. The most likely option, look, is the Ryanair, isn't it?
Yes, Tom.
No, it's not.
It is. Come on.
It's not.
I think it is, but I think there's half a chance he could end up in the champion chase. But it's not small chance.
Yeah.
So my bet is a point on each race. So a point on the champion chase at 20 to 1, and a point on the Ryanair at 12 to 1. So
come on, Andrew. Next week.
Put him up next week, Andrew.
You have to next week. Anyway, you're no point. It'll be 6 to 1 favourite.
Envoy Allen for
and this is the thing.
I'm actually on the Envoy Allen train already. I would put him up for the King George.
You did?
He's not going to go there though, is he? So,
if he wins, you never know. You never know. Could do a quarter star.
He could have do a Balco to float.
No.
Remember when he bet your favourite horse that was never going to lose because he's not able to lose, and then he lost?
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know it was.
That was heartbreaking.
Who are we talking about, Tom?
Goshen.
No.
Jesus Christ.
I swear to God, if you put him up on the Ante-Post videos,
Goshen.
I'm leaving, yeah.
He's not even alive, I don't think.
He is.
That's who I thought it was last week. Before I watched and you said you got to see who Dave put up, I thought it was Goshen, and I was about to be appalled. But
no.
Goshen for the Arkle.
No. I thought I put my champion hurdle horse up already, and I think she disappeared into thin air, so.
She wears it well.
A lot.
Yeah, she's been back from the mares, which is bad sign for me. But sure, look, it is what it is.
She was a wild price, though, Dave, in fairness. So.
50s, yeah.
But this is the thing with putting up Envoy Allen, right? Because he was such a hype horse and so popular last year. If he comes out and bolts up here and it looks like he's back, everyone's going to be, he's back.
Oh, yeah.
He's back. He's going to win everything. And his price for every one of those 3 races will be slashed, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So,
already.
Yeah.
Jesus, sorry. Let me ask him.
I backed him a few times, to be honest. Jesus, Tom.
COVID, yeah. The other one, lads, and I'm probably not going to put him up because I think he'll win. And if he got beat, then I might put him up. But
he said he was hungry a minute ago.
So he's just about to put him up.
No, I went through the Gold Cup market the other day after a Clat de Rear ran.
I was well ahead of the mark on that one, wasn't I?
You were, in fairness, and he is the interesting one, I think. But it's absolutely.
I got the value, Tom, didn't I?
Oh, God.
You did, Dave. And that's long term. That's all that matters.
Hey, I got the value on a horse last week, and the fucking still lost.
It's a dog race outside of the first couple in the market. So you got Manila Indo, a Plutard, right? And then you get Chantry House, no chance. Envoy Allen won't even run in the race. Album Photo, no offense, but I think his best days are probably behind him. It's rare that one comes back and wins a Gold Cup.
Yeah.
You've got Chump. Alaho's never going to run in that. Galvin
run the stairs.
surely isn't good enough. Latest exhibition, Espoir de Romane, and then Éclat de Rire. There's 40 to 1 available on Éclat de Rire still. That's a hell of a bet, I think. Like, that is crap outside of the first two.
Yeah, it don't look the best Gold Cup. The last few years have looked really competitive, but it don't look great this year.
No.
The one I was really close to putting up Indo at 5 to 1. I've got a Plutard in the book at 12, and I'm really close to putting him up at 5, just because I think the two of them are miles close.
Yeah, the gloss is kind of taken out of it if Envoy doesn't end up running. Monkfish is gone already. Look, and you've Album Photo, his legs are gone. Champ, I can't see him staying over fences. They might run
Chump change.
Chump, he'll go back over hurdles. Delta Work can't jump. Alaho will run the Ryanair. Latest exhibition, he'll go back over hurdles as well. Éclat de Rire, 33 to 1. It's great price. 33 is 40 to 1, great price. And people say, oh, you're crabbing about people who have 50 to 1 shot. But this is a realistic one. That's realistic.
Well, his target will be the Gold Cup. So
apparently goes to Hennessy next, I think. So
yeah.
We missed the 16 to 1 about that the other day.
I got 10s this
morning. I reckon they still get 10s on the day, probably. They're back in English.
I think you'll get that on the day, yeah.
I think he'll go off favourite.
No,
I think there'll be an onslaught when they start thinking about it.
They'll back in English horse.
It is English handicap traces don't have a great record either. So
I just want to see. Now, hold up when I get that bet in front of me.
When did Henry ever send one over for a race like that? So
when's he ever have a horse for?
Well, that's the other side of it as well.
No.
Right.
Future racing.
Swarming here, isn't it?
It is a nice little heater.
It's toasty.
Who's favourite?
I don't wonder, though.
Relo's 8 to 1. Like, then you have next destination, then Éclat.
I thought it was melting in here. The heater's on.
Nice. That's only 1 bar as well.
I didn't know that.
See. Are you okay?
Anyway. Right, on Sunday for Top Points Live at 8 o'clock. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week.